The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
Ready. Here we go. Ready.
On the ground, it's a rookie from Tennessee. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. When you look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot. 180. Hey, shot. Sit hot.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Sit hot. Sit hot. 180. Hey, sit hot. Sit hot.
First carry now for Justice Hill. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
The stop made by Myles Garrett.
The run on third and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down. But if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete here. You look at this Browns defense. Now they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Jackson now. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready. 19 Lion. 60 Bobcat.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Again, he'll drop the throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It will be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Hold on, ready?
Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard
Let's go now. Go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And he stopped immediately there. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Third down and 9.
They'll set up a throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Motion man is Schwartz. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. There he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
50, 50.
And it's 4th down.
He'll look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Back to throw here. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to add on to their first-half lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A huge play there on the screen pass. 55 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running for the gun with Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
13. Hey, report. Sit on.
Henry again on second down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now he's going to step up and run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Throw left side there, Schwartz with it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake, because the screen out there turned into a large game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
To throw is Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Zay Flowers with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz. 76 yards. And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ready?
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. And they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Mustang 19.
On play action, they'll throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He's got Njoku over the middle. But he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll hook up on the right side to Hopkins. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Inside handoff, Henry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to get this inside the 30. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Jackson now. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll drop the throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Want to quit, ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's across midfield. And finally brought down at the 43.
From the 43, here's second down and 2.
Brings up second and 2. At the 40.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Baltimore, first down. First and
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Sit hot!
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
24-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Again to Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 9-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henry. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. From the 2 now, second and goal. Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Get hot! Let's go! Get hot! What is hot?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
On his loop for the extra point. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game.
Makes the score Browns 44, Ravens 21.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
20-yard line.
Ready,
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
19, 18, Pioneer. Here we go, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to try and go deep again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cleveland, it's an early road victory.